good morning, everyone. Joey back here streaming along with Tyler. How are you today?
Oh, not too bad. Living the dream.
That's good. Hey, better than living in a nightmare, is what I always say.
Same thing.
You always say that as well. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah. But we were talking about our days before we went live, and my wife and I went last night to Applebee's. We had like a gift card that we had forever that still had some money on it. So we did
Mm.
that two for 25
Oh, yeah.
deal. And so we got mozzarella sticks. She got the chicken with lime meal, and I got the OM cheeseburger. I don't know if you've seen this.
Jeez. No, I haven't.
Okay, so
OM cheeseburger.
they drop they take a skillet, they put a layer of queso on the skillet. They take a cheeseburger, they fold it in half, so it's two half of the cheeseburger, and they put it face down on one side of the skillet, and then a bunch of fries on the other side, and
Mm.
that's how they send it. It's really good. It is really good.
Sounds good. Any
Yeah,
food's good though.
right. And
Honestly.
the woman came out and she's like, told Ashlyn, "Don't touch that side of the plate. It's still hot." And she's like, "Don't touch the skillet. It's very hot." I'm like, "Thank you. I was not planning on it, but." And it was, but it was really, really good. The good thing is that since we both had gastric bypass surgery, anytime we go out, we basically have lunch for the next day because we're not going to be able to eat everything. So you get your to-go plates, and then
That's just me.
did you share that we were live, or did you
On
share
Twitter.
that it was you and uh, or is that just your Facebook profile, you and the stormtrooper?
No, that's my Twitter. I shared it, uh, the live recording and tagged you in it to Twitter.
Gotcha, gotcha.
Or
E-
X.
X, throw up like
Somebody's
on
injured.
wrestling, somebody's injured. Throw up the X. Throw up the X. Now you had sent me. Have you seen the latest about this wrestling show where the guy was supposedly stabbed? Have you seen the latest about that where they lost the venue?
No, I didn't see that now.
No more wrestling at the venue because of that. Because apparently all these guys came back and they beat up this guy, and apparently there was never a real stabbing. So like lawyers are involved, the town officials are involved, the police are involved, and the Berwyn Eagles Club has said no more wrestling there. And they're like, they've had wrestling there for decades. So that has messed up everything, all these places for this one group for what they did. And now apparently the guy wasn't even stabbed. And I'm like, if that's true, I don't see where he has a career after this.
Yeah.
Yeah, and which is sad because that's Tyler's like favorite wrestler on MLW. Because well, he's always involved. He's always involved whenever we're watching something. He's getting beat up. He has to answer the prompt. I was telling Nan about the prompt. That why in? And he's like, in.
Oh man.
And she was asking me
Favorite.
about it. She was asking me about it. I'm like, the wrestling is okay. They've got some good wrestling. They don't know how to do the backstage like skits
No.
and stuff to
It's
further,
like the like we said, the Eric Bischoff one, the
where he's holding his phone,
you could just see the
and you can see like his yeah. But so then after that, my wife wanted some stuff from the grocery store, like 3 items. And so I went in there. She went into this store called Five Below. Do you all have Five Below? You know what Five Below is?
actually, yeah, where one's being built over by, where the Roadhouse is.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
So one's being built in that little strip mall plaza thing.
So she went and got the discounted Easter candy. So now we've got candy that we don't need. But she was like, I remember when you all did the Super Show recording the other night, available at patreon.com/baby kangaroo media, by the way. I'll put it up on the thing. That we were talking about, would you eat the Peeps for $100?
Mm.
And the ones that I told her about are now discounted. They're 75 cents a package. I'm like, they were okay. Don't go out of your way. Definitely don't go back for them. And she goes, I didn't see them as I was leaving. So
Here's the thing, like Could I do it for $100? Obviously, but I don't like them. They're gross.
They're definitely an acquired taste. Like if somebody gave
Mm.
me some, they're like they really wanted me to eat them, I would eat them. But I never go out of my way to get. Oh, it's peep season. Peeps are here. We've
Yeah.
got to go right away. You know,
Here we are just ruining somebody. They're like, I just I
I'm
just
done.
love I hate these guys.
Right. Well, they're popular for a reason. So,
Not with me.
right. No, I get it. I get it. All right. Let's go back to the. I'm going to say on the chat, does anyone like Peeps? And if so, what's your favorite flavor? It's hard for me to type.
Well, good thing typing is not your profession.
It is not. I do a lot of it, but it is not my profession. But yeah, so we did that. She came out. She got a lot of that. Do you know the Dunkin' refreshers, like their lemonades and different things? They've got Dunkin' refresher jelly beans now, Tyler. I think they've gone too far. They have gone too
Interesting.
far. They were good. They just it's too much sugar. I can't have that much. I should not have that. I can. I should not have that much sugar at once. Let me put it to you that way. I can. I should. But that's what we did. We were looking at different places around the area, like houses that were available. And there was one that was reasonably affordable, and it was a lot of house for that amount of money. And we showed up, and she's like, why is this house still on the market? There's a solar farm across the street. And I said, I think it's just something as simple as when you wake up in the morning, the sun is hitting all of those things, and you get the glare. And you're like, oh no.
No, I can't see.
Yeah.
Probably just people are like, I don't want to have to look at that every day.
But I bet if they gave them that house for free, they're like, oh, it's not so bad. I can
Yeah,
close the
exactly.
blind.
Yeah,
I can
exactly.
close the blinds.
I can ignore it. I can pretend it's not there.
Right. That's like when I made the question to you all the other night on the Super Show. It wasn't like, would you eat Peeps? Because for most people, it's not. It's not everybody's favorite thing. But if I said for $100, absolutely, you can do a lot of things for money or for free.
Nah, $100, $100.
That's
You
right.
know?
Gas is not getting any cheaper, is it, Tyler?
No. Speaking of which, so mind you, I have a 2018 Mazda 3, Mazda 3.
Right.
And it's only like a 10-gallon or whatever the normal car gas tank is. I filled my car up the other day and it almost cost me $40.
Wow.
It's ridiculous.
So
And I gassed up when it was 419.
So that's what I'm saying. I would guess that, let's say it's a 10 gallon tank. I'm guessing you didn't go in there on fumes hoping that you could you may have had a gallon or so in it, maybe 2 gallons. So that's
I
eight.
had 90 something miles till empty, so roughly about whatever that would turn out to
You probably
be
had
gallon
three
wise.
gallons. You probably have a 12 or 13 gallon tank actually, because if it was 40 something.
Let's look it up. Or I'll look it up.
But I can see
entertain.
that. I can see that. So, all right. Let's say it's 13. 13 times 4.19 would be 54.47. I bet that's what it is. I bet you put almost 10 gallons in it. I think you put over 9, but not quite 10 gallons in it.
Okay, yeah, because I have the front wheel drive model, which is the 13.2 gallon tank.
Hmm.
So yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm guessing happened.
But
Which
still,
is
nearly $40.
I saw this clip on TikTok. It was somebody taking a picture of the gas prices at a gas station, but the audio was Cat Williams when he said back in the day, if you put $15 in your tank, you had time to set the clicker, go through your car, clean the dashboard, go through your CDs, run inside, buy a can of Pringles and some Snapple, and come back and your thing still be going. Nowadays, you set it for 15, you turn around, you hear click, click. I know there's not any gas in this car.
True. I jokingly had said like I got robbed at the gas station. Hands up.
And it was from the thing. Where did you go? Do you go to that marathon? I went to the marathon on Hogan Road. It's when I got gas.
Just the Irving that's right down the road from me.
Oh,
Like
maybe it was the
so
Irving. Maybe it was the Irving. Yeah.
so right up the road here, there's the Big Apple, but that one's always like higher in price. So I try to avoid going there. Um
No, yeah, no, it was the Irving. It wasn't the marathon. But I went there one day, Tyler, and I swiped my card, and it's like processing. Okay, approved. And then it said card declined or trouble with your thing. Try again. Like, that's weird. So I went to a different pump. Somebody had stolen my information. They had put one of those skimmers inside the thing and then taken it off right when I guess I left. The bank called me like 90 minutes later. And they're like, did you do this? I'm like, no. I said, I got gas at the Irving. And they're like, yeah, we're going to close this card. The good thing about my bank is that it was across the street and they can make you a new debit card the same day.
that is good.
So I would go over there, but it was just a hassle because then you had to call to reconnect it and go do a purchase to make sure it goes through. But I'd rather
and
that
then
than
change
have
everything over to the
right
new
change
card.
everything. Yeah,
It is a hassle. But better
yeah,
that than have all your money stolen.
right. And I think I talked about it during the Super Show. I got it stolen from the school card stolen at the Little Caesars in Brewer. I was trying to I got my pizza that day. That was not an inconvenience to anybody but the college, because they called me and they're like, it's saying there was some suspicious activity in your card. I said, I literally just went and bought pizzas for the RAs because they had to close the building, and I don't think it's fair to not feed them if we're asking them to stay later. And they're like, yeah, that's right. They said, well, did you get your pizzas? Oh, yes, I got the pizza. and then the woman's like, all right, well, I'm going to have, I think it was a MasterCard. I'm going to have MasterCard call you or Visa call you, whoever it is. So they called me and they're like, all right, is this count? Is this purchase? I said, yes, I did that one. Then it was the Little Caesars. I said, I did that one. I have not done anything since the Little Caesars. She goes, okay. She said, so you're not in Florida right now?
Nope.
No, ma'am.
Don't think so.
I'm in Bangor, Maine.
She's like, Bangor? Never heard of that. You mean Bangor, Maine?
Get it all the time. Get it all the time. I think I said it like the first time, but then I saw other people were like Bangor. I'm like, all right, I won't say that anymore. Excuse me, I'm from the South.
It's okay.
And there was a popular song called King of the Road where the man says destination Bangor, Maine. But in fact, when we moved back, Tyler, we went to a trivia night one time when Michelle had actually come down.
Mm-hmm.
And the couples that we were playing next to, waiting for the next thing, were asking us, and we said, actually, we lived there for 7 years, and she's still from there. We became friends there. And they're like, oh, where did you live? And we were telling them. And the man in the couple says, you know what? I like that Roger Miller, but he certainly did mess up the name for everybody in the country, didn't he? And we're like, yes, he did. He did. Because there's been a couple of other songs and they all do the same thing whenever they. But you look at it and your mind automatically doesn't see the OR at the end, and they just say banger. Oh, banger. Yeah, that's banger. Banger, banger. Yeah. But yeah, they were talking about going back to wrestling talk, AEW coming to Portland, and originally they had said that they had a Raw in Bangor, and I'm like, and so they had to correct it 2 days later. They're like, it's actually the first time that a company has done since 1993. Although Ring of Honor did it several years ago, back when before they were owned by Tony Khan.
I am going to said AEW show.
Oh, that's awesome. I think it's like the go home show for one of their pay-per-views. So that'll be good. You'll see a lot of stuff there. Somebody was asking me about like crazy things and stuff that you see at wrestling events. And I said that one time when they were in at the old Armory, that they were at all the time. I was at ringside and somebody threw NJF actually on me. I kind of caught him as he was going to the side so he didn't injure his back. But I was thinking about like their first big show back after the pandemic, like when things were kind of opening. That was at the place with the upstairs. That we were both at it. I was down and you were up. You know what I'm talking about?
In Herman, yeah.
In Herman, yeah.
Yep.
And was it the main event? It was either that or the next to last thing where they were bringing out, and instead of tables, they were using doors.
The door
cord, yeah.
Yes.
And the wrestler threw the other guy on there, and he kind of bounced, and part of that door just went off into the crowd. And you told me later, you're like, it looked worse from upstairs.
It did, yeah. That was Eric Johnson. I just can't remember who you wrestled.
Yeah, I can't either. But yeah, that poor guy just got taken out.
Dead.
I got sat next to a former resident of mine. His name was Henry. And here's the thing about Henry. I say resident. I don't think he spent one night in the hall the whole time he was there. His parents were paying for him to live on campus. He lived off campus with his girlfriend. So every year somebody wanted to room with him because you basically got a single room your entire time there.
Smart.
Well, yes, except that he always called his dad for money because he's like, by the time I get out, the dining hall is closed and I can never get it to think, which is not true. What happened was that he was leaving and he wanted groceries for he and his girlfriend. So then dad calls up and he yells at me.
Oh, okay.
And I said, sir, I don't make the hours for the dining hall. And I don't know what time your son's class gets out, but if he doesn't have back-to-back classes, which I don't think that they would, he should be able to do it. But I don't make the decisions. And he's yelling at me like that's awfully convenient and you're trying to pass the buck. And I wanted to say, your son doesn't live on campus, but I wasn't going to do that. But I told
you should have woke up and chose violence that day.
Well, I also liked my job. Hold on just a second. Had to sneeze. Thank you. What I did was I had several RAs who had classes with him. I said, tell Henry to come and see me. So Henry came to see me. And I'm like, Henry, I don't care what you do, but your dad can't do that. He goes, yeah, that's how my dad is. Well, he shouldn't be that way to me because you and I both know what's going on. You need to settle that with your dad.
What did he say to that?
I can't. He wouldn't understand. Again, that's got nothing to do with me. I said, but Henry, let me tell you this. If your dad ever shows up looking for you, I'm going to tell him what happened because I'm not going to lie to him at that point. He goes, okay, I don't think he'll show up because they live in Connecticut. Just be honest. I know what it is. He was paying for Henry's education and he wouldn't have liked that. I said, but Henry, if you tell him, it'll cost him less money. He won't have to pay for housing that you never use. At that point, I think somewhere was Henry's roommate going, "Hey, man, I got a good thing going here."
Yeah. Like, no, 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 no. Let's keep this. We have a good, dynamic.
Right. Are you watching anything good, or are you just scrolling YouTube like you usually do?
Not really YouTube. Well, sometimes YouTube. It's more of like Instagram Reels.
Oh, you and my dad. My dad is like hooked on reels. He's like, I'm just watching some reels.
I I like just scroll through my phone and then I throw a TV show on the TV in the background. Usually Avatar: The Last Airbender, just for.
I want you to know I watched the first episode of that. It was unique. It was unique.
Please, 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 please keep going.
Okay.
It is such a good show.
That guy's like, I don't know what you want me to do. I've been frozen. I'm just an airbender. I don't know how to do all that other stuff.
It is such a good show. And like obviously, like we've talked about before, Mako is the one who voiced Uncle Iroh
Right.
for the first 2 seasons until he unfortunately passed away. But the voice actor that replaces him does sound very similar, at least. So
I got you. I'll add it to my list, but my list is long. I just want you to know that.
well, it's only 3 seasons.
Right. But we're trying to pare down some of the streaming services that we use. And so I've got one where everything added together, let me see, is like 30 episodes over 3 series. And I'm like, if I can watch all of those, I can get rid of that. And it saves us another $10 a month. So
Yeah. Especially if you get a house.
Right. But like we currently do Amazon Prime, but we also use the shipping for that. So that's my birthday present to myself every year. It comes out on my birthday because it's risen tremendously since I got it 10 years ago, but everything has. We get Peacock, although I cut back on that, and we get the one with the ads now because wrestling's not really on there other than the Saturday night's main event and some random episodes of SmackDown and some other stuff. We do get the Netflix, and we pay for no ads for that. I get it through my phone.
Same.
I get BritBox, which is the service I'm watching those things on through Amazon. But if I get rid of that, it saves me $10. We get HBO Max, but that's in a barter deal with a friend of ours who uses our Peacock. And then, we have the Hulu, Disney Plus, ESPN Plus bundle. Yeah. But once they get, because I heard that they were combining Hulu and Disney Plus, it's just going to be Disney Plus now. If they do that, I'm just going to get that, and I'm going to drop, because I'm like, I don't need to pay for Hulu anymore because there's no longer a Hulu, and I don't use ESPN Plus really at all. Because I do have ESPN, but I set that up through my parents, and they're like, we'll let you use it if you set it up for us. Because my mom likes to watch ball games, and my dad will tolerate stuff being on because occasionally they have like races on there, and he likes races and stuff like that. So, and he'll watch the football games and baseball games when she has them on, and they're like, if you set it up for us, we'll let you also use it. So I watch it for the wrestling.
Yes, of course.
And I think I've told you this before. ESPN, listen to me. If you want people to use your service, I wasn't even complaining that it's a different thing. I think it should have been more streamlined, and it should have been all one thing. If they wanted to raise the price, like, hey, if I'm already getting this, they're like, you get everything for $5 more instead of here's a whole separate app that you get for $30 a month. I wasn't even mad at that. But if I'm willing to pay for it, or I know someone who's willing to pay for it and I'm setting it up through them, it should not be as hard as it was to sign up for that app, Tyler. I'm like, it's almost like they don't want me to use this because it was extremely difficult.
Yeah. I remember you telling me that it was a pain to set up.
It was definitely a pain set up. But we got this. We just finished NCAA just finished both of their tournaments where baseball is going heavy. We're about to go into hockey and NBA playoffs, and baseball is getting started on that. On the wrestling side, the biggest wrestling event of the year is taking place next weekend.
Next weekend, right?
Yep.
Yeah, wow.
That's WrestleMania. What do you think AEW's WrestleMania is?
Is it All In or Double or Nothing?
I think it's either All In or Double or Nothing. And I think
which one did they do at Wembley Stadium?
All In.
Okay, so I think All In is considered the WrestleMania.
Because last year they did All In Texas because the Wembley was like an Oasis concert or something like. There was some reason that they couldn't go for that. And wrestling is having trouble moving some tickets.
Well, WWE specifically.
Right.
Well, I mean, I guess AEW's, from what I hear, they're not having a hard time moving tickets as selling out bigger arenas.
Right. I think they need to go to some of those smaller arenas, like in the summertime. Go to some minor league baseball parks, or I'll say this: for a Dynamite or Collision, Portland would be good. Like they're going to Bangor would be good. Bangor would be good for one of their pay-per-views. I went to the one in Roanoke for a Collision taping. That would be perfect for a Dynamite or a pay-per-view. That's what I would do. I'd embrace the smaller things. Like, hey,
yeah, absolutely.
Our tickets are going to be cheaper, but we're in a smaller building, so it will probably sell out quicker. Just letting you know that, and then just let them know that. But the TKO thing is, we don't want sellouts right away. We want sellouts eventually. But if we sell out soon, we priced our tickets too low. That they've said that.
It's just I hate that mentality. That is literal definition of corporate greed.
Right.
Because they just want the ticket prices to be higher. It's like they don't need to be that high.
But originally, I think they were short-sighted. I think they went to Philadelphia for 40. I'll speak eventually. Fine, perfect. They announced Las Vegas for 41. Okay, great. 41 did excellent for them in Las Vegas. They had The Rock come out and announce New Orleans for 42. Okay, great. They're going to go back to the Superdome. They can sell out the Superdome. No problem. They've done it twice before for WrestleManias. A few weeks later, Las Vegas like, you did such a good job selling this out. We're having trouble. We'll give you this much money to come back, or this much incentives, or what have you. They're like, oh, well, we'll give New Orleans money in the bank, and we'll just go back there for another WrestleMania, Las Vegas. Now they're having trouble selling the tickets.
I saw yesterday that they're 19,000 tickets behind.
Yeah. And they're like, now I'm getting that because I signed up for when I bought 40 tickets. I'm getting all of these emails, Tyler. They're doing deals. They're almost at the point, if you buy one ticket, we'll give you another ticket. Another day, we'll give you 2 tickets. I'm like, all right, but I'm still not flying to Vegas, and I don't have but I hope it works out for you. I'll watch at home. Thank you. I'm waiting for them to come to Nashville, because I heard an inside information that eventually they are getting a WrestleMania, because that new stadium they built, they're getting the Super Bowl in 2030. So I'm thinking they'll either get WrestleMania in 2029 or WrestleMania in 2030. You can have Super Bowl and WrestleMania in the same building. They're not close together.
Well, that's if they do that, then I guess I'll be flying down
That's right. I'll pick you
and
up. I'll
we'll
pick
be
you up
going.
here. I'll pick you up there. I'll pick you up anywhere. Except, Tyler, I draw the line. I will not pick you up in Philadelphia to go to Nashville or Newark.
No. Now I just fly into whatever the closest airport is to you.
That would be Richmond. But knowing our luck with traveling to WrestleMania, Tyler's like, I'm on the tarmac. They say a volcano erupted. We can't get out.
Yeah, just like the earthquake knocking out the towers in Newark.
But that was the one thing that united everybody that weekend. If you got close, everybody had an earthquake story. Where were you at when the earthquake hit? I was driving. I didn't even know it hit. I said, my buddy was on the tarmac and he's like, we're about to take off. I'm nervous. 45 minutes later, you send me another message, still on the tarmac. Apparently, we had an earthquake. And I had just stopped to use the restroom. I'm like, what? Yes.
Yeah, good old earthquake right in New Jersey, knocking out the towers in Newark, so they couldn't.
Then I get to the hotel, which was like the Fan Hotel. Well, I'm sure a lot of hotels were the Fan Hotel, but there were a lot of people at our hotel there for WrestleMania. The woman was like, "Are you here for WrestleMania?" Yes,
Yes, I am.
And when I get on,
thank you for asking.
It was like 2 hours before you were to arrive. I got there, and I'm like, I go up with my stuff, and I'm on the elevator, and the couple turns to another woman there. Where were you at when the earthquake hit? But I hope it works out for them, because there are people who have been to like every WrestleMania. I wonder if they're going next year.
Well, I can certainly tell you.
No, I think we're switching next year. I think we're switching next year. Because Tyler, we could go and buy the best television in the world. We could rent a suite at a high-end hotel. We could get all the food and drinks that we wanted delivered to us, and it would not cost as much as a flight there. Not to mention the tickets, just the flight there. So, what else would you like to go to? Like, what's on your bucket list of things to go to? Like, do you want to go to a Super Bowl? Do you want to go to?
Yeah, I'd like to go to a Super Bowl.
Okay.
I'd like to go to an All-In too. I just any Patriots game in general, but Patriot tickets are like really super expensive.
Yeah. I could see that. I got you.
What about you?
A Super Bowl would be nice. I want to go to Europe, England, Great Britain, all of that.
Oh, so we're not just talking about like big event things. This is just like normal.
Oh, well, maybe both. I would go to an All-In would be nice. Then you can get your England trip in.
Okay, because so if that's the thing, then I would like to go to the UK. Japan's I think I've told you that before. Japan is on my Australia. I'd like to go to Australia too.
My wife really wants us to go back. She loves Seattle, that whole area. And if you've ever seen Goonies, she really wants to take me to the areas where that was filmed. Because she went there several years ago with a friend of hers for the Friends Bachelorette trip. So, and she really wants to go back. I drove back to Maine, and she was flying out to Seattle. Flying by myself was the first trip I'd taken post surgery, and I may have told you this before. At the time, like, you're just so wiped out because you're rapidly losing weight because of the
Right.
surgery in your body. And so you just get drained. And so I couldn't make the trip all in one day. So I stopped in Connecticut, unpacked, got out my pajamas because I'm like, I'm not going anywhere the rest of the night. Took a shower, and it was a fancy, like Hilton thing. I'm showering, Tyler, and I'm showering my body, and I get to my arms, and I put my other arm down to, like, start on my legs and lower half my body, and my wedding ring slipped off of my finger and just clinked on the floor.
No. It
But
didn't go down the
it
drain.
didn't go
Okay.
down the drain. It was one of those like closed off drains with the little holes and stuff. So I got it, put it back on my finger. I like took a piece of tape or something, asked them if they had tape so I could tape it to my finger until I got back, because I'm like, it was one of those things where they couldn't resize it. So I have it. Like, I should probably sell it for now, but it was the ring I got, married my wife in. And so now I use the little rubber rings that you get at Walmart, because if that breaks or I lose it, I lost what, 30 cents worth of ring. But I'll never forget that. I tell everybody it's what I remember about that trip the most is in the shower and clink. And that was my thing. Like, please tell me it didn't go. Oh no, it can't go down. Let me put that back on. And I closed this finger off so it couldn't slip off again while I'm trying to like bathe real quick and dry myself and rinse off and all that good stuff. The things you remember.
Disaster avoided.
Disaster avoided, yeah, because that would not be a good thing to have to say to my wife when she just landed in Seattle, right?
No.
All right, but Tyler, we've gone almost 40 minutes there, and so before I go ahead and tell everybody everything. I had to bring up your banner.
You can just follow me on Twitter and Instagram at the Tyler MCK. If you're spamming me, don't. No bots allowed.
No bots
No.
allowed. Tyler's going to put up one of those capture things, like if you're a real person, you have to click there.
Yeah.
Or how many bikes are in this group of pictures. That's still one of my favorite commercials. Have you ever seen it where the bot is at the coffee shop and he's working on something and he goes, "Excuse me, is that a bicycle?" And the person says, "Yes, it is." "I thought so. Thank you."
I'll have to go watch it afterwards.
Yeah, I'll find it. It's something to that effect. I laughed. I think it's a Geico commercial, actually. I am on Facebook, Threads, Instagram, X, although I really don't post there a lot anymore. Because the social media, I made it easy for you. I'm at the Joey Harris Substack. I write about wrestling on there at the Joey Harris. And of course, the YouTube at the Joey Harris. Click a follow. Every day I throw up like a dad joke that I do is after I've made my coffee. So you can I have like 800 videos up now.
I like how
a good 300 of them are jokes.
I like how you say a dad joke. You're not even a dad.
I'm a faux pas. My brother-in-law told me that joke one time. I've been waiting forever to use it. Because he won a dad joke competition from the local radio station. He's like, "I'm not even a dad. I'm a faux pas." So there's that. And also, before we go, always patreon.com/babykangaroo media. You get bonus episodes of the Joey Harris Show, the Cup of Joe on Patreon, which is our wrestling show that Tyler and I do. Later on this month, we'll be recording our reaction to the 40th anniversary of WrestleMania 2. I don't think Tyler's ever seen it, so it'll be something different than what you're used to and all that. But I've also got some big things planned for us for the summer on that. We've got the green room, which is where I sit down with a guest before we go on the regular show. We've got the book club baristas that I do with our friend Nan, talking about books. Res Life recordings. Tyler, I'm close to getting our next guest. We just have to hammer out a date for them to come on. So much more. Just $5 a month, folks. You can't get a value meal for that. They've got like a $5 duo at Burger King, and you get maybe a drink and a burger, but you still got to pay tax on that. So it's not $5. But all of this just $5 a month for hours of extra entertainment. We're coming in on 100 pieces on there. I've got to upload some stuff. We'll be really close. I still don't think we're quite at 100 yet, but we're very close. So all of that, just $5 a month. If you need me, joeyharriscomedy@gmail.com. You can email me, ask me questions. If you want Tyler's information, I'll send that to you as well. Tyler's always open for confab, and if you feed him, he'll show up. So
true.
And if you pay him, he may help you move. I know. I've had to do that before.
Will do.
All right. But for Tyler, this is Joey saying we will talk to you all next time.
Bye.